jumps and more fun. So a real variety of availability there. If you go and test ride one, if you go and speak to one of our event staff, get booked on for a test ride, don't do that on the test ride. They'll kick you off pretty quickly. But make sure you have a fiddle with the settings on this bike if you test ride one, because it does change its character quite a lot. Now, you'll notice the guys just jumped onto two different motorcycles. If you're sharp in the eye, you'll spot that they're quite a bit taller, they're a little bit more ride height than the other one. So these bikes have got the sports suspension package. Again, this is BMW trying to increase the appeal of the GS. This is sort of pushing towards more sports-orientated riding, both off-road and on-road. So the sports suspension package gives you more ride height, more suspension travel for doing nonsense like that, if that's your thing, riding up and down flights of stairs. But on the road, the higher ride height gives the bike a more agile feel, and it actually sharpens the steering geometry. So the bike gets quite a lot more of a sports feel to it. So if that's your thing, this one's the GS for you. You right there, Ben? Nice bit of control. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Neil's favourite subject, which is traction control or not using it. Neil, talk me through the traction control system on this bike.
So yeah, the traction control system really works well. If I was just to put the throttle on, I went quiet because I was concentrating then, and just a little bit, let's say spirited riding, it will step out in enduro mode. So on a wet, let's imagine this is a wet, leafy winter's road. Now, if something catches out, I've got the traction control on now. If I'm going to, no skill, I'm just going to crack the throttle open, which on this usually would be very dangerous, but with the traction control, it actually allows you to get where you want to go. Yeah, it does step out a little bit, but it keeps you under control, nice and smooth.
And that traction control system is so useful off-road. It doesn't, as you can hear it cutting in, it doesn't cut the power completely, it keeps the bike driving forward, which on a long loose hill climb is so useful. You can just keep the throttle on and the bike will keep driving itself up to the top of the hill. Now, perhaps a little bit more relevant to road use is the ABS system. Let's have a show of hands in the audience. How many people have been out on their bike in the last week or so? A couple of people? Yeah, a few of you have been out, that's nice to hear. So, it's slippery. Getting to that time of year when the roads are greasy, a little bit slick. Modern ABS is absolutely... ABS are on now, boys.
ABS.
Modern ABS is an absolutely fantastic thing. And ABS has two jobs to do. Job one is actually to stop you crashing when you hit the brake. It's to stop that front wheel locking. That's great. But if an ABS system intervenes too much, it actually makes your stopping distance longer because it's having to rescue too much. A performance ABS system like the one on the GS doesn't just stop you locking the front wheel, it reapplies the brake, it's constantly monitoring changes in surface, changes in suspension travel, acceleration, deceleration. It's such a sophisticated system that it will help you reduce your stopping distances once the ABS is initiated. Now, I think the system on this bike, I'm going to say is idiot-proof. Neil. Can you channel your inner idiot?
I've got that.
Channel your inner idiot.
I've got that.
Think idiot things. What I want you to do, I want you to ride down this straight as fast as you can.
Yeah.
And then jam on the brake here with no finesse at all.
Front brake.
Pull it on, front brake as hard as you can. I'll do the human shield thing for you guys.
You'll be alright.
I'm expendable.
Yeah, it's a fantastic system.
Full idiot, please, Neil.
On and off the road is absolutely fantastic. Let's have a go. So, get some speed up. I went quiet again because I was concentrating, but literally, I was actually trying to see how fast I was going. The back wheel might have been doing 50 miles an hour then.
You notice that even the bike got scared, it turns its hazard lights on then. I was going to say Ben's been being a bit wild today, but I don't think he's going to get as close as Neil. Ben, please be nice.
Didn't you knock my bike over out there, Chris?
Let's not dwell on the past, Ben. Come on. Right, that's quite enough of that. Let's do something else. Really impressive system, that ABS, given how slippery the floor is in here. Like I said, the boys are using the mode Enduro Pro, which lets you lock the rear tyre up, but won't let you lock the front. You can change it to rain mode, you can change it to road mode, dynamic mode, and in the Pro modes you can choose the ABS intervention to kind of what you prefer. So a real adaptive system. Yes, and you can turn the traction control off, can't you, Neil?
Sorry.
your own time. In your own time. So before we get to our finale here, the bikes we've got here are the GS Trophy Edition. They're the kind of more sporty off-roady version of the 1300 GS, but it comes in a lot of different flavours. At the other end of the spectrum, we've got the green and gold one on the wall over there, which is the Tramontana Edition, which has got radar cruise control, blind spot detection, heated seats, electric screens. It's got a huge range of accessories available for it. And then there's the triple black as well. You can spec the bikes to suit you, so there really is kind of a GS to suit all tastes now, and they've really pushed the top end performance on. Nice front wheel bend. So finally, anyone in the audience, has anyone here never ridden a motorbike or not got a bike license? One day, good, come to the right place. This is going to be an expensive day out in the end. If you go and see the guys over on BMW Rider Training, they've got a rolling road with a bike with clutch and gears, so you can actually have a go, get used to riding with clutch and gears, get a little taster for it. And yeah, if we see you next year with a motorcycle, I'm not even sorry. So, like the final thing we want to do, I could make some excuse about how this is a demonstration of suspension and ABS and braking, blah, 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 blah. Actually, we just want to see Neil do big jumps on this bike, that's why we built it. Does anyone in the crowd want to see Neil jump the mini canyon? No. Anyone out that side want to see him jumping out? Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, please try not to worry about the tyre marks on the wall here. They're completely unrelated. They were from a different show, but maybe take half a step back while you're there.
Nothing to do with us.
Nothing to do with us. Neil, come on, enough talk. Let's get the bike over the gap.
So yeah, this is something we teach at our level 3, our advanced off-road riding. You might not have a gap like this to do, but yes, it is a skill that's useful to have in the toolbox, using the bike's power along with the suspension to get over an obstacle. Let's have a go. So, a little bit of drive, clutch pot, on the brakes.
Let's have a round of applause for Mr. Neil Hawker, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome riding skill there. I'll sweep your mess up again, Neil.
Sorry, mate, sorry.
Ben, do you fancy you go with the jump?
We'll give it a go, Chris. Neil made that look quite easy.
He did make it look very easy, didn't he? So Ben's going to have a crack at it as well now. He's been riding a GS for over a week now, so he's pretty experienced. It's like the Red Arrows display team. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a massive round of applause for Neil Hawker and Ben Harvey, and of course, the R1300 GS. Make some noise and some smoke now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, stick around after the show. Like I said, have a go on the rolling road. Come and speak to us about the interactive stuff. But also coming up at 4 o'clock, we've got a world premiere of a new model, a new motorcycle coming to the stage. So come and see us. It's at the Soul Fuel stand. 4 o'clock, we've got a new motorcycle we're going to unveil here today, especially for you guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. We hope you had a fantastic day at the show, and we'll see you next time.